Chapter 1, Introduction, The Power of a Calm Mind. In today's fast-paced world, achieving a calm mind may seem like an impossible task. Every day, we wake up to a flood of notifications, emails, responsibilities, and expectations. From the moment we open our eyes, our thoughts begin to race, planning for the day, worrying about the future, and analyzing past mistakes. Even when we try to relax, our minds refuse to slow down. It feels like an endless loop of noise, thoughts, and emotions that we cannot escape. Have you ever felt like your mind is constantly running, never truly at peace? Have you ever struggled to find mental clarity, only to be met with more stress and anxiety? If so, you are not alone. The modern world has conditioned us to always be in a state of action, always thinking, planning, reacting. But amidst this chaos, we rarely take a moment to pause, breathe, and truly connect with ourselves. The truth is, a calm mind is not something we are simply born with, it is something we must cultivate. It is a skill, an ability that can be developed with practice and patience. Just as we train our bodies through exercise, we must also train our minds to achieve inner peace, clarity, and balance. But how do we do this? How do we quiet the noise in our heads and truly experience a state of calm? One of the most powerful and transformative ways to achieve this is through active imagination. This practice allows us to dive deep into our subconscious mind, to explore the thoughts and emotions that lie beneath the surface, and to transform negative mental patterns into sources of strength and wisdom. The importance of a calm mind. A calm mind is not just about relaxation, it is about clarity, focus, and emotional well-being. When your mind is calm, you make better decisions, you respond to challenges with greater wisdom, and you experience life with more presence and awareness. A restless, chaotic mind, on the other hand, leads to stress, anxiety, and confusion. Let's take a moment to imagine two different scenarios. The restless mind. You wake up in the morning feeling overwhelmed. Your thoughts immediately jump from one worry to another: unfinished tasks, financial concerns, personal conflicts. You check your phone and get lost in social media, feeling more distracted and anxious. Throughout the day, you struggle to focus, constantly shifting from one thing to another, but never feeling truly productive. You react emotionally to situations without thinking, and by the time you go to bed, your mind is still racing. Sleep feels impossible, and you wake up the next day feeling drained and frustrated. The calm mind. You wake up and take a deep breath, allowing yourself a few moments of stillness. Instead of immediately reaching for your phone, you focus on setting a positive intention for the day. You move through your tasks with clarity and purpose, addressing challenges with a sense of balance rather than panic. When faced with a stressful situation, you respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. By the end of the day, you feel accomplished and at peace. As you lay down to sleep, your mind is quiet, allowing you to rest deeply and wake up refreshed. The difference between these two experiences is not in the external circumstances, but in the state of the mind. The good news is, you have the ability to train your mind to shift from chaos to calm. The role of active imagination in cultivating a calm mind. Active imagination is a technique that allows us to engage in a dialogue with our unconscious mind. Developed by Carl Jung, this practice helps us tap into hidden thoughts, suppressed emotions, and deep-rooted fears that influence our daily lives. Unlike passive daydreaming, active imagination is a conscious and intentional process where we visualize and interact with symbols, images, or even imagine figures that represent different aspects of our psyche. But why is this important for achieving a calm mind? Our subconscious mind is like an ocean. Beneath the surface lies a vast world of thoughts, memories, and emotions that influence how we feel and behave. Often, the reason we experience stress, anxiety, and restlessness is because of unresolved emotions buried deep within us. These suppressed thoughts create mental tension, making it difficult for us to truly relax. By practicing active imagination, we give these hidden parts of ourselves a voice. We allow them to surface, understand them, and ultimately integrate them into our conscious awareness. This process helps us release emotional baggage, let go of past traumas, fears, and unresolved conflicts, gain clarity, understand our deepest desires, motivations, and struggles, enhance creativity, unlock new ideas and perspectives by tapping into our inner world, develop inner peace, transform negative thought patterns into positive insights. A calm mind is not about silencing our thoughts. It is about understanding them. It is about creating harmony between the conscious and unconscious mind, allowing us to live with greater awareness and emotional balance. The journey ahead. Throughout this journey, we will explore the different aspects of active imagination and how you can use it to transform your mind and your life. Each chapter will take you deeper into this practice, teaching you techniques to harness your imagination, engage with your inner world, and cultivate lasting mental peace. You will learn how to practice active imagination effectively, how to overcome mental blocks and challenges, how to use imagination to heal, grow, and gain insight, how to integrate this practice into daily life for lasting benefits. As you move forward, remember, true calmness does not come from avoiding life's challenges, but from learning how to navigate them with wisdom and clarity. Active imagination is your key to unlocking this ability, so take a deep breath, let go of distractions, and get ready to embark on this transformative journey. The power of a calm mind is within your reach. It is time to claim it. Chapter 2: Understanding the Mind, the Battlefield of Thoughts. Our mind is like a vast landscape, constantly shaped by our thoughts, emotions, and experiences. It is a battlefield where different voices compete for our attention: the voice of fear, the voice of doubt, the voice of hope, and the voice of wisdom. Every day, we are engaged in an internal dialogue that influences our actions, decisions, and overall state of being. But have you ever wondered who is truly in control of your mind? For many people, the mind feels like an uncontrollable force, pulling them in different directions. One moment, they are filled with confidence and motivation. The next, they are consumed by anxiety and self-doubt. This mental tug-of-war can be exhausting, leaving us feeling overwhelmed, restless, and unable to focus. But what if we could understand our mind better? What if we could take back control and create a sense of inner peace and clarity? The two layers of the mind, conscious versus subconscious. To truly master our thoughts, we must first understand how our mind works. It can be divided into two main parts: the conscious mind. This is the part of the mind that we actively use in daily life. It is responsible for logical thinking, decision-making, analyzing situations, and processing external information. The conscious mind is like the surface of an ocean, what we see and experience directly. However, this part of the mind is limited. It can only focus on a few things at a time, and it is easily influenced by external factors. The subconscious mind, this is the deeper, more powerful part of the mind. It stores memories, emotions, fears, beliefs, and habits that shape our behavior. The subconscious is like the depths of the ocean, hidden from view but incredibly vast and influential. Most of our automatic reactions, instincts, and deeply ingrained thought patterns come from this part of the mind. Now, here's the problem. Most people live their lives controlled by their subconscious mind without even realizing it. They react emotionally to situations based on past experiences, carry limiting beliefs that hold them back, and struggle with recurring negative thoughts that seem impossible to escape. But here's the good news. Once we understand the subconscious mind, we can learn to reprogram it, reshape our thoughts, and achieve a state of lasting calmness and clarity. The war within. negative versus positive thought patterns. Our thoughts can either empower us or imprison us. Every day, we experience both positive and negative thoughts, but our mind tends to focus more on the negative due to a psychological principle called the negativity bias. This means that our brain is wired to pay more attention to threats, dangers, and potential risks, an evolutionary trait that helped our ancestors survive. However, in the modern world, this bias often leads to unnecessary stress and anxiety. Here are some common negative thought patterns that disturb the mind's calmness: overthinking, constantly analyzing and worrying about situations that may never happen; self-doubt, believing that you are not good enough or capable enough; fear of the future, worrying about things beyond your control; guilt, regret, holding on to past mistakes and feeling trapped by them; comparison, measuring yourself against others and feeling inadequate. On the other hand, when we cultivate positive thought patterns, we begin to experience mental peace, clarity, and confidence. These include self-awareness, observing your thoughts without being controlled by them; gratitude, focusing on what you have rather than what you lack; confidence, trusting in your abilities and decisions; letting go, releasing past regrets and embracing the present moment; resilience, seeing challenges as opportunities for growth. By shifting our mental focus from negative to positive, we can transform our entire outlook on life. But how do we do this? The power of active imagination in reshaping thought patterns. This is where active imagination becomes a powerful tool. By engaging with our subconscious mind in a conscious and intentional way, we can bring hidden thoughts to the surface and actively reshape them. Instead of letting old fears, doubts, and worries control us, we can interact with them, understand them, and change them. For example, imagine you struggle with self-doubt. Through active imagination, you can visualize self-doubt as a character in your mind, perhaps a shadowy figure whispering negative things. Instead of letting this figure dictate your emotions, you can confront it. You can ask it why it exists, what it wants, and how it was created. Often, you will find that these negative thoughts are based on old experiences that no longer define you. Once you recognize this, you can choose to rewrite your mental narrative, replacing doubt with confidence and fear with trust. This technique allows you to identify limiting beliefs and replace them with empowering ones, gain insight into hidden emotions and work through them, break free from repetitive negative thoughts, develop a sense of self-mastery and inner peace. Training the mind, daily practices for mental clarity. Just like a muscle, the mind needs regular training to function at its best. Here are some daily practices to help you achieve a calm and focused mind. Mindful awareness. Throughout the day, take moments to observe your thoughts without judgment. Ask yourself, are my thoughts helping me or harming me? Journaling. Write down recurring thoughts and emotions. This helps you become aware of patterns and clear mental clutter. Active imagination sessions. Set aside 10 to 15 minutes a day to visualize and interact with different aspects of your subconscious mind. Breathing exercises. Deep breathing helps calm the nervous system and brings mental clarity. Affirmations visualization. Repeating positive affirmations and visualizing success rewires the brain for confidence and resilience. Conclusion. The mind as a garden. Think of your mind as a garden. If you do not actively care for it, weeds of negativity will grow unchecked. But if you nurture it with positive thoughts, awareness, and conscious imagination, you will cultivate a beautiful and peaceful inner world. The journey to mastering the mind is not about eliminating all negative thoughts, it is about learning to observe, understand, and transform them. By using active imagination, you gain the ability to rewrite your mental script, turning obstacles into opportunities and chaos into clarity. In the next chapter, we will dive deeper into the techniques of active imagination and how you can start practicing it today. Until then, take a moment to reflect, What kind of thoughts are growing in the garden of your mind? Are you in control of your thoughts? Or are they controlling you? The answers to these questions will shape your journey ahead. Chapter 3: The Power of Active Imagination, a Gateway to the Subconscious Mind. Our mind is an infinite landscape of thoughts, emotions, and memories. Some of these thoughts are conscious, we are aware of them and can control them to some extent. But most of our thoughts and beliefs come from the subconscious mind, a deep reservoir of past experiences, fears, desires, and hidden knowledge. If we truly want to master our mind and create inner peace, we must learn to connect with our subconscious and reshape it in a way that empowers us. This is where active imagination becomes a powerful tool. Developed and explored extensively by Carl Jung, active imagination is a technique that allows us to interact with our subconscious mind in a direct and conscious way. Instead of being passive observers of our thoughts, we actively engage with them, giving them form, voice, and meaning. This technique can help us understand hidden fears and unresolved emotions, discover insights and wisdom buried in the subconscious, break free from limiting beliefs and negative thought patterns, strengthen creativity and problem-solving skills, develop self-awareness and emotional intelligence. But how does active imagination work? Let's explore the process step by step. The 4 stages of active imagination. Active imagination is not just about daydreaming or random visualization. It is a structured process where we create a bridge between the conscious and subconscious mind. This process consists of 4 key stages. 1. Preparation. Entering a relaxed state. Before engaging with your subconscious, you must create the right mental environment. The goal is to quiet your conscious mind so that deeper thoughts can emerge. Here's how you can prepare. Find a quiet space. Choose a place where you won't be disturbed. Relax your body. Sit comfortably and take slow, deep breaths. Empty your mind. Let go of daily worries and focus on the present moment. Set an intention. Decide what you want to explore. Maybe a recurring fear, an unresolved emotion, or a question about your life. Once you feel calm and present, you are ready to enter the next stage. 2. Engagement. Meeting the subconscious mind. Now, allow your mind to bring up an image, character, or symbol that represents what you want to explore. This could be a person, real or imagined, an animal, symbolizing instincts or emotions, a place, symbolizing a mental or emotional state, a voice, energy, or abstract form. The key here is not to force anything. Let your subconscious naturally present something to you. Once a figure or symbol appears, begin interacting with it. You can ask it questions. Who are you? What do you represent? Observe its behavior. Is it friendly, fearful, or aggressive? Have a conversation. Let it speak and listen carefully. This step requires patience. Sometimes, the subconscious mind reveals answers immediately, and other times, it takes multiple sessions to unfold deeper insights. 3. Integration, understanding the message. Once you have interacted with the subconscious, take time to analyze the experience. Ask yourself, what emotions did I feel during the process? What message did the subconscious figure try to convey? How does this relate to my real-life struggles or desires? For example, if you meet a shadowy figure that fills you with fear, it might represent an unresolved trauma or a suppressed part of yourself. If you meet a wise old man who offers guidance, he might symbolize your inner wisdom and intuition. Writing down your experiences in a journal can help you process them more effectively. 4. Transformation, rewriting the mental script. The final step of active imagination is using what you have learned to create positive change in your life. If you discovered a limiting belief, replace it with an empowering one. If you encountered a fear, work on facing it with confidence. This step ensures that active imagination is not just an abstract exercise but a practical tool for self-growth. For example, If your subconscious reveals self-doubt, visualize yourself replacing it with confidence and certainty. If you meet a symbol of anxiety, imagine it transforming into calm energy that supports you. If you uncover an old emotional wound, visualize healing and closure. The subconscious responds to symbols and emotions more than logic. By actively reshaping these symbols, you can train your mind to support you instead of working against you. Real-life applications of active imagination. Active imagination is not just a theoretical practice, it has real, practical applications in daily life. Here are a few ways it can help you. 1. Overcoming fear and anxiety. If you struggle with anxiety, use active imagination to visualize your fear as a separate entity. Instead of letting it control you, interact with it. Ask it why it exists. Reframe it as a source of strength rather than weakness. 2. Strengthening decision-making. When faced with a difficult choice, you can use active imagination to visualize two different versions of yourself, one who chooses path A and one who chooses path B. Observe their emotions, energy, and confidence. This can give you deeper insight into which choice aligns best with your true self. 3. Unlocking creativity. Many artists, writers, and inventors use active imagination to access creative inspiration. If you feel stuck, visualize speaking to a wise mentor or exploring a dreamlike world where new ideas emerge naturally. 4. Healing emotional wounds. If you carry unresolved pain, use active imagination to revisit the past in a safe way. You can visualize speaking to your younger self, offering them kindness and reassurance. This can help release suppressed emotions and bring closure. Final thoughts. The subconscious as an infinite source of wisdom. The subconscious mind is a vast and mysterious place, filled with insights, memories, and emotions that shape our daily lives. Most people go through life unaware of the immense power that lies within them. But by practicing active imagination, we gain the ability to access this hidden world and reshape it to work in our favor. In the next chapter, we will explore advanced techniques to deepen your connection with the subconscious, including dream analysis, archetypal symbolism, and guided visualization exercises. Until then, reflect on this. What hidden messages does your subconscious hold for you? If you could speak to a deeper part of yourself, what would you ask? The answers may surprise you. Chapter 4: Unlocking the Hidden Symbols of the Mind. The human mind speaks in symbols, metaphors, and imagery. From dreams to spontaneous thoughts, our subconscious constantly communicates with us, but most people never learn to interpret its messages. Understanding the symbols that emerge during active imagination is crucial to unlocking deeper self-awareness and transformation. In this chapter, we will explore why the subconscious mind speaks in symbols, common symbols and their meanings, how to decode personal symbols in active imagination, practical techniques to interact with symbols for inner growth. By the end of this chapter, you will have a powerful tool to interpret and harness the wisdom of your subconscious mind. Why the subconscious speaks in symbols. Unlike our conscious mind, which relies on logic and language, the subconscious operates on a deeper, more instinctive level. It doesn't talk in words, it speaks through images, sensations, and emotions. For example, a dream about a locked door might symbolize a hidden opportunity or a blocked part of yourself. Seeing a snake in your imagination could represent transformation, fear, or wisdom, depending on your personal experiences. Encountering a storm might symbolize emotional turmoil or a major life change. Carl Jung called these images archetypes, universal symbols that appear in myths, dreams, and cultures. Worldwide, the key to understanding the subconscious is to learn its language and decipher what these symbols mean for you. Common symbols and their meanings. While every person's subconscious is unique, certain symbols tend to appear frequently in active imagination and dreams. Here are a few examples. 1. Water represents emotions, intuition, and the flow of life. Calm water, inner peace and clarity. Stormy waves, emotional conflict or turmoil. Deep ocean, the unknown, hidden aspects of the self. 2. Animals represent instincts, fears, or untapped potential. A lion, strength, leadership, or hidden aggression. A snake, transformation, danger, or wisdom. A bird, freedom, spiritual growth, or a desire for escape. 3. Light and darkness represents knowledge, truth, and hidden fears. A bright sun, awareness, enlightenment, new understanding. A dark cave, the subconscious, facing inner fears. A flickering candle, hope, guidance, or fragile inner wisdom. 4. Doors and pathways represent choices and opportunities. An open door, a new opportunity or discovery. A locked door, a blocked path or hidden truth. A fork in the road, a crucial decision in life. 5. Shadows represent hidden fears, suppressed emotions, or the parts of yourself you ignore. A shadowy figure following you, an unresolved issue from the past. A distorted reflection in a mirror, struggles with self-identity. A faceless person, an unknown aspect of yourself. These symbols appear in active imagination because the subconscious mind uses them to communicate emotions, conflicts, and deeper truths. How to decode your personal symbols. Even though certain symbols have general meanings, their true interpretation depends on your personal experiences and emotions. To understand what a symbol means for you, ask yourself these questions. What emotions did the symbol trigger? If a lion appeared, did you feel fear, admiration, or power? If you saw water, did it feel calm and peaceful or overwhelming? What does this symbol remind me of in my own life? A locked door might remind you of a time when you felt stuck or restricted. A bright light might remind you of a breakthrough moment. Where did the symbol lead me? If you followed a mysterious figure, where did they take you? If you opened a door, what was on the other side? By answering these questions, you start to build a personal dictionary of subconscious symbols. Interacting with symbols in active imagination. Once you recognize and interpret symbols, the next step is actively engaging with them. Instead of just observing symbols, you can ask the symbol questions. If you see a door, ask, what do you represent? If you meet a shadow figure, ask, what message do you have for me? Change or transform the symbol. If a storm feels overwhelming, visualize yourself calming the wind and water. If you encounter a locked door, imagine finding the key and unlocking it. Use symbols to solve real-life problems. If you're struggling with a decision, visualize 2 paths and walk down each. 1. Observe how they feel. If you feel stuck emotionally, imagine climbing a mountain and seeing a new perspective. The more you interact with symbols, the more insight you will gain. Practical exercise. The symbol exploration technique. Try this simple exercise to explore your subconscious symbols through active imagination. Step 1. Enter a relaxed state. Find a quiet place, close your eyes, and take deep breaths. Imagine walking into a peaceful, natural setting. Step 2. Let a symbol appear. Ask your subconscious to show you an important symbol. Observe what appears: a person, an object, an animal, or a scene. Step 3. Interact with the symbol. Ask it questions. Notice how it responds. Does it move, change, or communicate? Step 4. Reflect and write down insights. What emotions did the symbol trigger? How does it relate to your current life situation? This exercise can reveal hidden fears, desires, and solutions that your conscious mind may overlook. Final thoughts. Learning the language of the mind. The subconscious is constantly speaking to us, but most people don't listen. Through active imagination, we gain the ability to understand and shape our inner world. Key takeaways from Chapter 4. The subconscious speaks in symbols, not words. Certain symbols have universal meanings, but personal context is key. Interacting with symbols can reveal hidden wisdom and bring transformation. practicing symbol exploration can enhance creativity, decision-making, and self-awareness. In Chapter 5, we will go deeper into advanced techniques of active imagination, including how to use archetypes, dream work, and visualization to unlock even greater power within yourself. Until then, reflect on this. If your subconscious could show you one powerful symbol today, what would it be? And what might it be trying to tell you? Chapter 5, Decoding the Symbols of Your Mind. Once you enter the world of active imagination, you will begin to encounter symbols, figures, and experiences that may seem mysterious at first. These elements are not random. They are messages from your subconscious, waiting to be understood. In this chapter, we will explore how to interpret the symbols that appear in your imagination, the significance of different archetypes and their meanings, how emotions and sensations provide deeper insights, how to apply these revelations to personal growth. By the end of this chapter, you will have a powerful framework to decode and integrate the wisdom of your subconscious mind. The language of symbols, a hidden code. Your subconscious mind doesn't communicate in words or logic. It speaks in images, emotions, and sensations. Every object, person, or environment that appears in your active imagination session is a symbol with a unique meaning. For example, a house might represent your mind or personal identity. A mirror might symbolize self-reflection or hidden truths. A river could represent emotions, change, or the flow of life. A dark figure might embody fears, suppressed desires, or unresolved issues. Understanding symbols is key to unlocking your inner wisdom. Common symbols and their meanings. Although symbols are deeply personal, some universal themes appear in many people's experiences. Carl Jung called these archetypes patterns that exist in the collective unconscious of humanity. Here are some common symbols and their interpretations. 1. The shadow, dark figure, monster, hidden enemy, represents suppressed emotions, fears, or parts of yourself you reject. If you interact with it instead of running away, you might uncover hidden strengths. 2. The wise mentor, old man, spiritual guide, teacher, represents inner wisdom, intuition, or guidance. If this figure speaks, listen carefully. It may reveal profound truths. 3. The pathway, road, bridge, door, represents life choices, transitions, or a new phase. If the path is clear, you are on the right track. If blocked, there may be inner resistance. 4. Water, ocean, river, rain, flood, represents emotions, healing, and transformation. Calm water suggests emotional balance. Rough water indicates turmoil or change. 5. The mirror, reflection, self-image, identity, represents self-awareness and how you see yourself. If the mirror is cracked, you may struggle with self-perception or an identity crisis. How to interpret symbols in active imagination. When a symbol appears, ask yourself these questions. What is my first reaction to this symbol? Fear. Curiosity, excitement. Does this symbol remind me of something in my life? A childhood memory. A personal struggle. If this symbol could talk, what would it say? Imagine having a dialogue with it. How does this symbol interact with me? Does it invite me forward, block my path, or transform? Example 1. Encountering a locked door. If you see a door that won't open, ask, what is stopping me? Try knocking or speaking to the door. What happens? This may represent an inner block or unresolved issue in your life. Example 2. Meeting a mysterious person. If you meet a stranger in your imagination, ask, who are you? Why are you here? Notice their clothing, expressions, and actions. These reveal clues about their purpose. If they are helpful, they might represent your higher self. If they are threatening, they could be a fear you need to confront. The more you engage with symbols, the clearer their messages become. Emotions and sensations as hidden clues. Symbols are not just visual. They also come with feelings and physical sensations. A warm glow might indicate comfort and self-acceptance. A chill or cold sensation might symbolize avoidance or emotional distance. Heavy pressure on your chest might reflect anxiety or an unresolved issue. A light and floating sensation might suggest freedom and growth. Your body's reactions can help decode what your subconscious is trying to tell you, bringing symbolic insights into daily life. The goal of active imagination is not just to explore your subconscious, but to apply what you learn in the real world. Here's how. Keep a journal. Write down your experiences and reflect on their meanings. Look for patterns. Do certain symbols or figures appear frequently? Make conscious changes. If a symbol reveals a weakness, work on it in real life. Use insights for problem solving. If a symbol suggests a new direction, take action. For example, if you constantly dream of a blocked road, ask yourself, am I avoiding an important decision? If you meet a wise old man, ask, what knowledge am I ignoring in my waking life? If you see your younger self, ask, what part of me have I abandoned? Each symbol contains a lesson. Your task is to decode it and use it for growth. Final thoughts. Unlocking the secrets of your mind. Symbols are the language of the subconscious. The more you pay attention, engage, and reflect, the more you will understand yourself on a profound level. Your subconscious is always speaking. Are you listening? In Chapter 6, we will explore how to transform negative imagery, overcome inner fears, and use active imagination for deep healing and self-transformation. Are you ready to step through the doorway into your inner world? Chapter 6. Transforming Fear and Unlocking Inner Healing. As you dive deeper into active imagination, you may encounter dark figures, unsettling visions, or fearful scenarios. Many people instinctively want to avoid or escape these experiences, but in truth, they hold the key to deep transformation and healing. In this chapter, we will explore why fear-based imagery appears in active imagination, how to face and transform inner demons into sources of strength, using active imagination as a tool for emotional healing and personal growth, how to create a safe mental space for deeper exploration. By the end of this chapter, you will have the tools to turn fear into wisdom and obstacles into opportunities. Why do we encounter dark or scary imagery? When engaging in active imagination, your subconscious mind reveals aspects of yourself that may be hidden, suppressed, or ignored. These dark symbols often represent unresolved fears, past experiences or anxieties that still affect you, repressed emotions, feelings of guilt, anger, or sadness you haven't fully processed, inner conflicts, struggles between what you desire and what you fear, unacknowledged potential, strengths and talents you haven't accepted yet. Darkness does not always mean danger. It often signals a lesson waiting to be learned. For example, if you see a shadowy figure following you, it could symbolize a fear you need to confront. If you are trapped in a maze, it may reflect a real-life situation where you feel lost or stuck. If you are chased by a wild animal, this might indicate a primal instinct or repressed anger. Instead of running away from these symbols, engage with them. They are trying to tell you something important. Facing and transforming inner demons. The key to overcoming fear in active imagination is to interact with the symbols instead of avoiding them. 1. Observe without judgment. When you see something unsettling, pause and observe. Ask yourself, what does this remind me of in my real life? How do I feel about this image? What happens if I stay and face it? Your reaction is often more important than the symbol itself. 2. Communicate with the fear. Try talking to the dark figure, monster, or obstacle. Who are you? Why are you here? What do you want to teach me? You might be surprised. The fear might respond with wisdom. Example, if you see a monster, instead of running away, ask it, what do you represent? Why do I fear you? What happens if I stop running and face you? Many people find that their fears transform into something else, sometimes into a mentor, a guide, or a source of strength. 3. Change the scenario. If a scene is too overwhelming, remember that you have control. Try this: turn darkness into light. If you're in a dark space, imagine a small flame growing into a bright light. Transform threats into allies. If a monster is chasing you, imagine it becoming friendly or turning into a protective figure. Create a protective space. If you feel unsafe, visualize a fortress, a shield, or a guardian standing beside you. These techniques help reprogram your subconscious mind to see fear as an opportunity for transformation. Using active imagination for emotional healing. Many emotional wounds are stored in the subconscious mind. Active imagination allows you to bring them into awareness and process them in a safe and controlled way. Healing past trauma. If a painful memory resurfaces, stay calm. Observe it as if you are watching a movie. Engage. Ask the younger version of yourself, what do you need? Provide comfort. Imagine embracing or reassuring your past self. Rewrite the memory. If a past situation ended painfully, visualize a different outcome where you felt strong and supported. Example: if you see a memory of yourself feeling abandoned, imagine your present self stepping in to comfort your younger self. This simple act can create deep emotional healing. Creating a safe mental space. If active imagination brings up overwhelming emotions, it's essential to build a mental sanctuary. Steps to create a safe space: choose a peaceful location, a garden, a temple, a mountain, or any place that feels safe. Visualize protection. Surround yourself with light, a shield, or a guardian figure. Establish a guide. Imagine a wise mentor who helps you navigate difficult experiences. Use affirmations. Repeat: I am safe. I am in control. Whenever active imagination becomes too intense, return to this space. It will help you regain balance and clarity. Applying these lessons to real life. The experiences in active imagination are not just mental exercises, they are reflections of your real-life struggles, fears, and desires. Here's how to apply them. Face real-life fears. Just as you faced symbols in your imagination, confront challenges in reality. Transform limiting beliefs. If you transformed a monster into a mentor, apply the same mindset to your life. Heal from past wounds. Comfort your past self, and then practice self-care in daily life. Develop courage and resilience. Use what you learn to become stronger and more self-aware. Final thoughts. Embracing the full spectrum of your mind. Active imagination is not just about light and positivity, it is about embracing the full spectrum of your mind. Both darkness and light are essential for transformation. Your fears are not your enemies, they are guides leading you to strength, wisdom, and self-discovery. In Chapter 7, we will explore how to use active imagination for creativity, problem-solving, and unlocking genius-level insights. Are you ready to use your subconscious as a source of unlimited creativity? Chapter 7: Unlocking Creativity and Genius with Active Imagination. Throughout this journey, we have explored how active imagination connects you to your subconscious mind, transforms fears, and unlocks inner healing. Now, in this final chapter, we will dive into one of its most powerful applications: enhancing creativity, problem-solving, and tapping into genius-level insights. By the end of this chapter, you will know how to use active imagination to spark creativity and innovation, solve complex problems by accessing deeper intelligence, tap into intuition and inspiration for new ideas, cultivate a powerful inner dialogue with your subconscious mind. This is the stage where active imagination moves beyond self-discovery. It becomes a tool to expand your mind and shape your future. Creativity, the subconscious as a well of inspiration. Many of history's greatest minds, Leonardo da Vinci, Nikola Tesla, Carl Jung, Albert Einstein, have used techniques similar to active imagination to visualize ideas, solve complex problems, and make groundbreaking discoveries. Why does this method work so well? Because creativity doesn't come from conscious effort alone. It arises when you allow your subconscious to play, experiment, and reveal new connections. 1. entering the creative flow state. To use active imagination for creativity, start by setting an intention. What do I want inspiration for? A story, a business idea, a painting, a problem. What would my ideal creative outcome look like? What is blocking my creativity? Once you have clarity, relax your mind and let your subconscious present images, symbols, and scenes. Example exercise, creative visioning. Keycap 1. Close your eyes and visualize yourself walking into a library, a temple, or a vast space filled with ideas. Keycap 2. Ask for guidance. Show me something new that will inspire my creativity. Keycap 3. Observe what appears. It may be an object, a phrase, a character, or even a feeling. Chapter 7. Unlocking creativity and genius with active imagination. Throughout this journey, we have explored how active imagination connects you to your subconscious mind, transforms fears, and unlocks inner healing. Now, in this final chapter, we will dive into one of its most powerful applications, enhancing creativity, problem solving, and tapping into genius-level insights. By the end of this chapter, you will know how to use active imagination to spark creativity and innovation, solve complex problems by accessing deeper intelligence, tap into intuition and inspiration for new ideas, cultivate a powerful inner dialogue with your subconscious mind. This is the stage where active imagination moves beyond self-discovery. It becomes a tool to expand your mind and shape your future. Creativity, the subconscious as a well of inspiration. Many of history's greatest minds, Leonardo da Vinci, Nikola Tesla, Carl Jung, Albert Einstein, have used techniques similar to active imagination to visualize ideas, solve complex problems, and make groundbreaking discoveries. Why does this method work so well? Because creativity doesn't come from conscious effort alone. It arises when you allow your subconscious to play, experiment, and reveal new connections. 1. Entering the creative flow state. To use active imagination for creativity, start by setting an intention. What do I want inspiration for? A story, a business idea, a painting, a problem. What would my ideal creative outcome look like? What is blocking my creativity? Once you have clarity, relax your mind and let your subconscious present images, symbols, and scenes. Example exercise, creative visioning. 1. Close your eyes and visualize yourself walking into a library, a temple, or a vast space filled with ideas. 2. Ask for guidance. Show me something new that will inspire my creativity. 3. Observe what appears. It may be an object, a phrase, a character, or even a feeling. 4. Engage with it. If you see a mysterious book, open it. If a mentor appears, ask them for advice. 5. Write down what you experience. Even if it seems strange or random, it may hold hidden insights. This method has been used by writers, musicians, inventors, and leaders to access original ideas and solutions. Problem solving through active imagination. Your subconscious mind already knows the answers to many of your biggest challenges. You just need to learn how to ask and listen. Instead of thinking harder about a problem, try using active imagination to let your subconscious guide you. 2. The inner counsel method. 1. Visualize a round table in a quiet space. 2. Invite different versions of yourself, the wise version, the fearless version, the logical version, the creative version. 3. Describe your problem out loud to your inner counsel. 4. Let them respond. They may give different opinions, solutions, or perspectives. 5. Reflect on their insights. Often, they reveal answers you never consciously considered. 3. Tapping into intuition and higher wisdom. Beyond problem solving, active imagination can connect you to intuition, your deeper inner knowing that often goes beyond logic. Have you ever had a gut feeling about something, even when you had no logical reason for it? Have you ever received an idea out of nowhere, like a flash of insight? This is your intuition at work. An active imagination helps make it stronger and clearer. Exercise. Meeting your inner guide. 1. Close your eyes and imagine walking into a sacred space, a temple, a mountain, a peaceful garden. 2. In the center, visualize a wise guide or mentor waiting for you. 3. Ask a deep question. What do I need to know right now? 4. Listen for their response. It may come as words, images, feelings, or even music. 5. Write down whatever insights arise and reflect on them. Many people have used this technique to make important life decisions, find direction, and unlock new possibilities. Bringing active imagination into daily life. Now that you have learned to use active imagination for creativity, healing, and self-discovery, how do you integrate it into your daily routine? 1. Daily mental journaling. Spend 5 to 10 minutes each day visualizing a conversation with your subconscious. Ask questions and see what answers emerge. Over time, this practice will strengthen your connection with your deeper mind. 2. Using active imagination in decision-making. Whenever you face an important choice, imagine stepping into a future version of yourself who has already made the decision. Ask them, what did you choose? How did it change your life? Listen to their answer and trust your intuition. 3. Applying it to your goals. Before working on a project, use active imagination to see yourself successfully completing it. Feel the emotions of success. This will program your mind to stay motivated and focused. Final thoughts. The power of your inner world. Active imagination is more than just a technique. It is a lifelong tool for unlocking your potential. It helps you face fears and transform them into strengths.